You're watching a TGM production. The 60s films, which stars Peter Cushing as the Doctor. These are the films that were made to capitalise and bounce off the back of, Dalek Mania. So in the 60s you had Beatles Mania in the music world. TV you had Dalek Mania. So, to judge you, Lisa. But now, we're probably get a documentary all about. We have got a Dalek Mania documentary. We'll probably get something by Chris Chapman if they ever decide to a collection box set that includes its spin-off media such as Scream of the Shalka. But now that would have been in the Wilderness Years package, but because the 60s films were not in the Wilderness Years, where would they sit in that box set? Who knows? So, hopefully there's a documentary about them at some point. But the 60s film stars Peter Cushing as the Doctor. Now this is at the time where Doctor Who was spelt incredibly wrong. A way that I'm not a fan of. It was abbreviated. But for this case, it was alright because then you distinguish whether or not this was official Doctor Who or just alternate version of Doctor Who. Now, the films were, one of them starred Bernard Cribbins. The one was amazing and the other one was okay. Not as good now that we've got an omnibus edition of the Daleks in colour. So, now that we've got an official Daleks in colour, I do think that the film's a little bit redundant. I like it. I'm not saying I don't like it. I am not saying that at all. What I am saying is that even though the film's good, right? The film's good, it's okay, it's great, it's amazing, it's all those kind of things, all those words that really justify the film. But I do think that since we colorised William Hartnell as the Daleks, omnibused it and shipped it out as one package, it does make to me personally, it does make it redundant in a sense of, if I had the option of what to watch, I would watch the omnibus rather than the film, because I prefer the second film. When I was younger, and when W used to air, it was called Watch back then, on my UK TV. Watch. When that was rerunning, when that was 50th anniversary and around those times, 2013 and that, they were all airing classic episodes of Doctor Who. So they had some William Hartnell first stories, and then they aired. Well, they had a 50th anniversary day. Did Watch, now W, where they aired the Doctor Who Revisited, I think it's called. That's the only time I've ever seen that series. Even though when you watch on BritBox, it's trying to tell you it's from the BBC, but I've never seen it on the BBC. I only ever saw it on Watch/W. Then we had the TV film, which is Paul McGann's first and only on-screen appearance, technically, because we have got The Night of the Doctor, but that was like a mini-sode. There was, you can get it on the iPlayer, so technically it was his first anyway. So, and then you had the second film, which I think is called Doctor Who and something 53 AD. I could be horrifically wrong, but that is a really good story. Both it's in its original format with William Hartnell and Peter Cushing's take on the format. Because I personally know that Peter Cushing is a fantastic actor. He was amazing, he was just incredible. But I think that Bernard Cribbins, yes, good old Wilfred Mott, was absolutely incredible in this film, right? So was the woman that played Susan, Ian and Barbara, right? everything about it was amazing. I know that the woman that plays Susan is very hard to track down, and that is not Caroline Annie, I think her last name is. Sorry if I'm not wrong. She's also incredibly hard to track down, but one's older than the other, to be fair, so I'll cut them both slack. So I do think that the film itself is amazing. So to answer the question that's the title of the video, are the films worth it in 2024? Yes. Now, I can't get it out due to it being stuck between a lot of things, but I have here where my finger is. You can't even see my finger, probably not, but I have the Blu-ray 4K DVD Steelbook edition. There's two of them for both films. So you can watch it however you want. You can watch it in its format online, but you can also watch it in 4K, UHD, 4K, and then non-4K. So if you want to watch it in high definition, if you want to watch it in a updated format and looking better than it's ever done before, then well, you need to get those because they're amazing. Or you can watch it whenever they air it on normal TV, like yesterday, E4, no, Film 4, sorry, aired it, because it will make me laugh. Because this isn't Doctor Who owned by the BBC, so my studio can now. It's funny when you watch, when you can find the film on Talking Pictures TV, you can find the film on Film 4, and all these other channels that aren't the BBC, or aren't owned by the BBC, or have nothing to do with the BBC. And it makes me laugh because you don't expect to see these things, because it's not TV Doctor Who and it's not officially canon Doctor Who. It's got its own license to fly about and be shown on whatever channel it wants. One day the BBC will air it on BBC4. Whether or not that's again or not, I'm not too sure. And hopefully we'll be able to have it in the Whoniverse on the iPlayer. Shove it in the Whoniverse just means that it's like a Unbound Doctor, or it's a spin-off Doctor, or it's there. It'll just be shoving it somewhere in this multiverse timeline type situation. That's what we want. We want a multiverse type timeline. And if we want to have a multiverse like Marvel, get those films into the multiverse, not on purpose, not intentionally, just so that you can put it on the iPlayer and you can justify why you put it in the Whoniverse section.